He radiated a quality that people liked and respected, and that was the quality of being a wise old man. That's one of the things that made him a successful president.
Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809. He spent his first years in a log cabin in rural Kentucky. His mother's death when he was 9 years old deeply affected him and put more tension on his already strained relationship with his father.
He regarded his father as lacking ambition, as lazy, as anti-intellectual. All the things that Lincoln wanted to escape from, he saw in his father.
A love of knowledge made Lincoln into an intelligent, well-spoken, and popular young man as he worked a series of odd jobs in New Salem, Illinois.
When Lincoln talked, people listened, whether that was around pot-bellied stoves, in storefronts, at courthouses.
After a term in the Illinois state legislature, Lincoln decided to teach himself law. He passed the bar in 1837 and moved to Springfield, where he met Mary Todd.
Anybody who was watching what was going on in Springfield in those years knew that this was a fellow who was going to make a name for himself in some way, and Mary was attracted to that.
Abraham Lincoln and Mary Todd were married on November 4, 1842. Lincoln spent his next years practicing law. But in 1858, he decided to challenge Stephen Douglas for his seat in the U.S. Senate. Though Lincoln lost the election, he got the attention of National Republican Party leaders and won the party's nomination for president in 1860. In the national race, he would again face Stephen Douglas.
Stephen Douglas is saying that democracy is compatible with slavery. Lincoln has to undo that idea, or he won't be able successfully to challenge slavery.
Lincoln won the election, but his views on slavery did not make him a welcome leader in the South. By his inauguration in March 1861, 7 Southern states had seceded from the Union. On April 12, 1861, the Confederacy fired on Fort Sumter and began America's most deadly war. At first, Lincoln made the war about maintaining the Union so as not to offend the loyal slave states. But eventually, he shifted the cause to abolishing slavery. And on January 1, 1863, Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Slavery was over. Lincoln easily won the election in 1864, and it would only be a few more months before Confederate General Robert E. Lee would surrender. With the war over, Lincoln could look forward to better times. Reconstruction had already begun, but there were those that didn't readily accept the outcome of the war.
John Wilkes Booth believed that Abraham Lincoln was truly an evil man, and Booth believed that by killing him, he would be doing a service to both his nation and to his race.
On April 14, 1865, John Wilkes Booth shot the president at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. Lincoln was taken across the street to a boarding house, where he died 9 hours later. The nation had lost a great leader at a time they needed him most.
Reconstruction would have been a totally different picture. There might not have been a need for a civil rights movement in this country. There might not have been a need for Martin Luther King Jr. had Lincoln not been assassinated.